Hey guys, welcome to Atari Series 7. Today I'm reviewing this, which is the Marvel Legends series, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings Death Dealer. So really cool, really blessed, picked this up today. Got a nice clear view of him in package there. We got Legend series, we got the movie logo, we got some cool artwork of him on the side, and on the back here just looks really good, and the other characters in the wave. Let's open this up. So here we have him out of package, and as you can see, he looks amazing. Like, I am really impressed with this figure. Just the more I look at it, actually, the face is so good. It's got so well applied paint on there. Let's see. Like, look at that. Look at the eyes. Look at the red with the white and the black. That just looks so cool. And he's got this little mask going on, and it just looks awesome. It's got this really cool texture going around it. The suit is all covered in textures, but that's so cool. And you can see the hair there. And there's also some red on the little kind of like, I don't want to say ponytail, but on kind of like the hair. But moving down, the suit, man, this might be the most detailed figure from this series. This might be one of the most detailed figures I've ever actually seen from Hasbro. It just looks so good. You have this silver chainmail in here going on, not really chainmail, but kind of like that. It's like a texture going on in there. And then you have this blue pattern kind of like jacket that goes all the way around him. That's so cool. It's got gold lining going for it too, and that in itself has its own little indents. But really cool is if you actually look at the insides of this jacket is actually red, and I'm going to turn on my flash on my phone, kind of light that up a little bit better, but you can actually see the red texture on the inside, and the texture on the inside appears to be slightly different from the outside texture as well, so that's actually really cool. Like the textures on this, I mean, usually they don't go this detailed. And then on the arms you have the squares again, and you got some silver on here and some nice little details. You got the red bands, and then also too on his underarms, like just again to point this out, there's more texturing. Really cool. You actually have the Ten Rings logo on his belt. It's kind of like Mandarin's. Very cool there, actually. And then he's got these kind of like open hands. You do get some secondary hands on that I'll show off in a minute that are really awesome. And then on the back of his belt here, in the back of him, he actually has these kind of like two daggers kind of like put in there and just kind of like resting on the back. I guess kind of like in a sheath, not really a sheath, but you know, some kind of like weapon holder. And they look really cool. They have some cool detailings on them. And then moving down to the rest of them, he has some like texture on his boots and everything. And then on the back, he has this really cool weird red paint design there, and it's also on this side too, and it just looks so cool. Gotta say, this one is really detailed. Like I said, might be the most detailed figure out of this entire wave. This is the alternative left hand that you get, and as you can see, he's holding one of the daggers, and man, it looks so cool the way they did this. The paint on the dagger is nice, it's clean. This is just kind of the pose I have it in. You could probably get in some really cool poses like this, but man, that is so cool. And then here we have the second hand, and I gotta say, I love the second hand, maybe more so than the first hand. This one is really just him throwing the knives, and it looks really cool, and also this is different from the one that came with Hawkeye a couple years ago, or Ronin. But as you can see, his hands are opened up, there's this clear piece that kind of connects them, and it's actually really hard to see, which is a good thing. When it's kind of far away, it's kind of more visible when you see it up front. But there you can see the full daggers, like in their full detail, and they just look so cool. They have the little indents there, they're red, and man, this is a figure that just looks really good. I mean, I'm not trying to overhype this or anything, but it just looks so awesome. In terms of articulation, you got a 360 at the head. You can look up and down. You got 360 the arms, swing out the shoulder, 360 there, double joint elbows. You got 360 at the wrists, and they're on hinges. You got a torso joint that kind of moves. It's not like an ab crunch. It's like a 360. It kind of goes side to side. And this thing does limit the articulation a little bit. The legs forwards, backwards, and outwards. You can still get some pretty good movement. It just kind of hinders it. There's a 360 and double jointed knees, and the feet move side to side and go up and down. But I'll be 100% honest. I honestly do not mind if it hinders it a little bit. This looks so cool the way it is. I would rather it like hinder it and look good than not hinder it and look bad. Here's a comparison with a 6-inch movie Wolverine. And I couldn't resist kind of getting them in like an action pose going on there a little bit. Yeah, I love this. I love how it looks like the knives are actually flying. And here we have him with Wenwu. We got Shang-Chi knocked out back there. But I do like, too, that between the comparisons between these, I like that they have similar belts. And I like that they also have very similar textures, too, to kind of imply they're both a part of the Ten Rings. I like that. But I guess that's more of a detail in the actual movie than it is with the toys. And here's him compared with Shang-Chi. Then here's him in kind of like an action pose with Shang-Chi. I just think this is pretty cool. So overall, the details really make this figure, and not gonna lie, this might actually be my favorite from the overall wave. It's just incredibly detailed, the accessories are really fun, and I like the articulation too. So thanks for watching, please rate, like, and subscribe.